Hello, I am Felicia Don Harper of Xavier Streets and Us. This I am Felicia Don Harper, and this channel is about our adoption journey. We're the Harpers, and so right now I want to talk about these doggone hot flashes. Baby, look at this. The air conditioner is on. I have a fan in the corner, a big fan, and I have this little fan. And these hot flashes are no joke. Let me tell you something. They took my little plumbing and my God, hello, Xavier. How are you, sweetie pie? I miss you guys. I miss you guys so much. If Deja came out in the garden with me in the mornings, I would be able to talk to you guys. But the garden has become all consuming and excuse me, I really don't have hands to, deal with the garden and the phone or whatever. And we have the sprinklers going, so you can't even set up because it'll get white, the water. It's just a lot out there in the garden. So, she's asleep because I go out between 6 and 6:30 in the morning. But honey, do y'all see my face is a little bright right now because I'm having a hot flash. And they are coming more frequently. Where before I was extremely spoiled with these doggone hot flashes. Because they would come just periodically and it wouldn't, it would come and it would go. And I was like, yay, 30 seconds, hot flash. Honey, maybe because we're in week 2 of 90-degree weather, 90 plus degree weather. And honey, and I know what they say is your diet, and I've been eating, eating right. And the hot flash is still coming. I've been drinking the nettle and the red leaf tea, and the hot flashes are still coming. And oh my God, it is just the worst because it's not just the hot flashes. I remember seeing the episode of the Cosby Show when when Claire came back from the doctor and she said she was in menopause and they was talking, they were like making a spoof on if her attitude would be different, how her emotions would be. And I am all those things. Like some days I wake up, I'm good. Some days I wake up, I'm like, please don't let anybody just open their mouth and say nothing to me. Just let me go outside and be in the garden because I don't want them to say nothing. It's the hormone imbalance. I know exactly what it is. But honey, the stuff that we women have to go through, um, was the cancer that took my stuff, right? You hear me? I said the cancer. When I had the surgery because I had cancer. And so they removed all my organs, all my pipes and my plumbing down there. And no, I am not talking in a medical term because I know exactly what took place. I had a full hysterectomy, but I just said my plumbing because I had, what is it? What kind of cancer? Because it's a rare cancer. So every 6 months, I still have to go to the doctor. Um, and I just had a phone call with the doctor last month because I had an appointment in March, but the COVID hit. And so I had to go have blood work last month, like right before my birthday. And I had the doctor, her and I had a phone conversation. And, they just want to make sure that my numbers aren't up. Because if my numbers are up, I already know that I will have to go back in surgery again because it was a granular tumor. And it's rare. Only 2% of women in the world have it. And they don't know where it comes from. There is really no cure. All they can do is just remove it. And so I'm saying all that to say, when they took my plumbing, you immediately go into menopause. Now, my girlfriend, Loretta, she has been she referred me to this group called Hister Sisters. It's for women who have hysterectomies, what you should expect. Okay, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. But it's been I had the surgery in 2018. So it's been a good year and a half. I just had my little 30-second hot flashes. And I do not know what is happening. This since it's really gotten bad since maybe the beginning of this year, and they are more frequent. I wake up several times during the night. Um, Last this morning when I woke up, all my bed linens was on the floor because it's just hot. And the funny thing is, 1 minute you hot, and then the next minute I'm like putting the cover back on me. Oh my God, I just feel so sorry for us women. And it's a shame that, one of my mentors, because at the school we had a mentoring group, and she gave me this because I was sitting in there and I was like, oh my God, I'm having a flash. And she went in her pocketbook and she gave me her fan because she was going through menopause. But I was just like overcome. And that's what's been happening lately. Listen, I'm going to make y'all laugh because I was out there grilling on the back porch. I had this stuff down in my bra like this so that I could grill because it was just too doggone hot out there. And I just don't know what's going to happen. I'm looking at, what is it? The Tempur-Pedic has a mattress that's called Breeze, and it's supposed to cool. It's to your body temperature. I think I need that at night now because, see, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm just a spritzing. I think I need that mattress because I like my mattress, but I'm cooking at night. I am up 3 to 4 times because what happens is when the hot flash comes, it wakes me up out of my sleep. And so I am now up, and then I fall back to sleep, and then another one comes, and I'm like, oh my God, this cannot be the journey I am on. And so I'm going to wait because I don't want to do like hormone replacements and all those things. But honey, this is a trip. My poor kids, I feel so sorry for them because, like, 1 minute I'm so nice to them, the next minute I am dragging them. I can see, like, she's not nice anymore. She used to be nice. I can't help it. It's the doggone hot. It's the menopause. I gotta find a name for the menopause. But doggone it, this menopause is rough on me. I don't know. I don't know about any of you other women. And I know that it doesn't affect all women, the same way. And initially, the first year, I was like, "Ooh, this is good." I had heard the stories, but now, like I said, since January, it has become increasingly, and I guess I'm going into year two. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. But anyway, that's why I came on to talk about my hot flashes. But in the midst of these hot flashes, I may have to. I want to talk about my child, and I want to talk about mental illness and sex. So maybe I'll change the title of this because when you have children who have mental illness, you don't consider when it's time for them when they're ready to have sex. And I've tried to have open dialogue. I'm not a prude about sex, and so my child, she is ready to have sex on it, and so she let me know. And so I made an appointment with the GYN. And prior to us going to our appointment, because we still in the COVID, I started doing some research on my own because she's on meds. So I'm like, what is going to be the effect of her taking contraception and her medication? Will it, it was all these things that were running through my head. And doggone it, everything that was running through my head was accurate. So, because of her meds, if she took like birth control, if she got the implant, none of those things would be, they would not work um, effectively because the way the liver cleans out. So, just give me a thumbs up or say yes to let me know if you guys can still hear me. Just type in yes, I can hear you. If not, um, so We go to the doctor's appointment. Now you got to remember she's 18 now. So what was funny is that I came in with her. Thank you, Zierra. I came into the appointment now with COVID, so she should be in there by herself. So the nurse was like, "Oh no, you can't come in." I said, "Oh yes, I can come in because the conversation that needs to be had, I need to be in on that conversation." So she was like, "Well, I have to tell you that because she's 18." I said, "Yes, but she doesn't have the mental capacity to understand everything that you guys will be saying to her and what will be said. And I need to be able to break it down so that she can understand it. So mama coming in, not only is she coming in, she going into the exam room as well." So they was like, "What? She's going in?" "Oh yes." And so I'm so glad I was a little aggressive because the paperwork, she hadn't been in a year. She had to refill out all this paperwork. She looking at me, she ain't even know how to. I'm like, "Well, Deja, okay." So it's like books. I'm just sitting here filling out all the paperwork. And I'm like, "Deja, okay, do you understand this?" So, I got to read over everything to her, explain what it is, because I'm not going to always be here. So, okay, this is this. I had to go through all her history and, her other doctor. And I gave her, her papers. So I'm like, "Go in your wallet, pull out your insurance card, pull out this is what they want to know. It's on your card. Here's your doctor." So all these things we're doing while we're sitting in the doctor's office. So we get all the paperwork complete. Like I said, it took at least 20 minutes to do the paperwork because I wanted her to understand what was going on. So okay, we're going to that. Dr. Carr was like, "So why are we here today?" Birth control. And she looks at my child. This is the conversation she had. "So you're not being a good girl?" "Well, I know you're still a good girl." No, see, we're not gonna play, Dr. Carl. Having sex don't mean she a good girl, bad girl. We here because we trying to be proactive. Because my child cannot handle if she becomes pregnant. I'm not even talking about venereal diseases. Let's just talk about if she gets pregnant. Okay? She has history, mental illness, history. She has special needs, history. This is down her line. Okay, we don't even know who the Joker is. We don't know what his mental state. We don't know who his people is. We just talking about her. We need birth control. "Oh yes, she did, Deborah." I said, "So I already know that she can't take the pill. She can't take the implants." And she looked at me and she says, "Well, why not?" I said, "Because the medication she is on will cancel it out." And she looked at Deja's record. She says, "Oh yes, oh yes." I said, "So let's talk about, can she get her tubes tied?" "What?" She's too young for that. I understand, but sometimes you guys have some special circumstances. And she can fall under special circumstances. I'm not saying tie, clip, burn. I'm just saying tie them until she's old enough and responsible enough to be whatever decision she makes. Because right now, she ain't here and she want to have sex. And she is 18, about to be 19, and there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just trying to be proactive. She looked at me, she was like, "Oh no, I ain't tying to this," because the state of Michigan says she has to be 21. Okay. She said, even if under her circumstances, because she does have some special circumstances, she said you have to get a lawyer. It takes a while for that to happen. She might turn 21 before they get a ruling. Okay. I said, "So the only thing left is an IUD." And she looked at me. I said, "I told you I did my homework before I got here because I need to be knowledgeable." I said, "I had a conversation with her before I even arrived, before we got here, about what would be the best option for her. Because to say no sex is stupid. She grown. She done finished high school, about to start college. She's done everything right. If she want to have sex, she can have doggone sex. I do not care. I just need her to be safe. And I don't need her to get pregnant. And one, if she get pregnant, this her child will have effects. Can I ask what is the ethnicity? She is Indian. Yes. Goodbye. What? Yes. What? Who? Mr. Calvin? Oh, over there? He better get away from here. Mm-mm. He better get away from here. Mm-mm. No, no. Don't you say one word. Don't invite him over either. She out there growing her own food. My We ain't gonna- She's Indian. So yeah, she says, um, she's not a good girl. I said, let me explain something to you. She is still a virgin right now. Having sex does not mean you're a bad girl or good girl. That conversation is moot at this point. I am being proactive for my child because if she gets pregnant and she doesn't want the baby, she's going to have an abortion. The psychological damage on her would be great. We already have psychological issues. I said, so these are my issues. If she get pregnant, abortion, she's not wanting it, then she's going to have to deal with that fallout. If she has a baby, the baby, I'm thinking about the baby. And I'm also thinking about her because she's still not capable. I hold the girl's hand walking across the street. She does not have the mental capacity to be a mom. So, if you're not gonna help me, we're gonna find another doctor because you are her gynecologist. She was like, no, no, no. I understand. I didn't get it, but I do understand now. So yes. Hey, sweetie pie, Melanie. So she was like, I do understand. So yes, we can do the IUD, but I don't recommend the copper IUD because that's 10 years. I recommend the plastic one. And I was like, okay. So then she said, well, you guys will come back. Now, the appointment was actually supposed to be today. Today was supposed to be an appointment day. And we'll have another consultation because I need to do a vaginal on her. I need to get some culture to make sure she doesn't have any infections before we go through that. I'm like, okay. I said, now I'm going to read up on IUD because it's like 5 different types of IUD besides that copper one, right? So when we go out and I'm standing there at the nursing station, she said, oh, no, you're finished for the day. I said, no, we're not because you're supposed to be scheduling me another appointment for us to come back. So the doctor looks over. So she said, well, I need to go. So I said, is there a problem, Dr. Carter? She's like, no, no, no. Schedule her for a follow up, and then I'll do cultures, and we'll talk. See, now I'm pissed with Dr. Carr right now because I'm like, whatever your personal views are, those are yours. First, you want to talk about all these little black girls walking the street and they got kids and they unwed and blah blah blah. I'm trying to be proactive and do the right thing for my child because the fact that she came to me and said she was ready to have sex. Oh no, I'm not gonna say, oh no, you're not gonna no, I'm gonna do what's best in her best interest because I don't want her to sneak around, go out there. Of course, you're gonna arm her with condoms, but she needs to be protected because I'm just thinking about her mental state. And I'm already concerned about her mental state because y'all know when you get your first shot, you lose your damn mind. And she already done lost her damn mind. So y'all know I'm freaking out, right? So we make the appointment. I come home, I start doing my research on these IUDs, and then I'm like, hold up, these IUDs got hormones in them. Wait a minute, this is not good for her. Because some of them they make you gain weight. It's all these different things that can happen. The metal one, it can scrape, it can puncture, all these things. Okay. So my child tells me, I don't want no IUD. Okay. Because I can't force her because she 18. She about to be 19 in 2 weeks. I can't force her. So I go to the store and I get a big old box of condoms. So David has the conversation. I need you to go get me a cucumber because I need to. I'm telling y'all, my book is going to be awesome because these are things, it's just like something is always going on over here in the raising of these people. And I know some people, oh, it's just teenage stuff. Yeah, coupled with some other things. So it's like a little magnified. And if you say, quote unquote, a normal teenage girl, right? you wouldn't have to consider all these other factors with the meds and her mental capacity. And she just, and she's adamant. She wants to have, she's talked to David, she's talked to Psalm, she's talked to myself. I don't know if she talked to my sister because they talk, but she's ready. And so thank God for the COVID. Because if we didn't have the COVID, it would be going down. Not up in here, but she'd have been on skipped on somewhere. Because I told her, listen, you ain't hostage in here, but if you want to make your little rendezvous, you're going to be in a tent in the backyard for 14 days until you get yourself together. Because all that sweating and heaving and hobbing, you ain't bring that all up in here. I give you a bucket, and you can use the sprinkler over there in the garden to cleanse yourself, but you ain't coming up in here. I know that sounds horrible, but I am so serious. So, yes, this is where we are right now on this journey called life. I know I started out talking about the hot flashes, but I just remembered I did not share with y'all about my child ready to be a woman for real. So yeah, we're gonna see how this play out. Again, I think they're gonna shut us back down with the COVID. So yes, it won't be happening no time soon. But I don't know if she sneak off. That's a done deal. I'm just hope she used one of them condom that's in there. But that's where I am. Hit thumbs up, people. Thank you for coming on over and allowing me to share in our just experience and our adoption journey. It is something very, very, very interesting. I told y'all, I need to find me somebody, a writer, so I can just sit and talk and they can write my book. Because, honey, this thing is real over here. So you guys, please try to stay cool. See, y'all notice that I calmed down because I'm not hot anymore. Because I started out and I was glistening. That's why I took my glasses off. And my little fan is real good. All you got to do is plug it in and charge it up. And it's just running. But it's sitting right here. And the big fan over there and the air conditioning is on. Now, mind you, the house is cool, but I still need it. You know, I used to hear back in the day women say they sleep with the window open. Honey, I don't have no doggone window open, but I get it. But I told you once it passes, then I'm cold. So, but I'm gonna look for that Tempur-Pedic mattress and see if it's I can afford it in my budget somewhere around here. So I can sleep all night because this getting up because I'm hot and kicking off stuff is just ridiculous. But y'all, please enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for coming on over to our little channel. I need to do better. I told y'all the garden is just all encompassing right now. And so that's it for me for tonight. Let's be blessed. Let me make sure I don't miss anybody's comment. Be blessed. Thank you. Take care and good night. Peace.